everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins, which I got off of Edelweiss.
Same.
So this book is about Millie Quint. Millie Quint is dealing with heartbreak. This geology-loving Scotland fanatic thought she had found love with her best friend turned possible girlfriend, Jude. But when Millie sees Jude kissing her ex-boyfriend, Millie is devastated. In a moment of heartbreak, Millie accepts a scholarship to a prestigious boarding school in Scotland. Millie is thrilled with her surroundings, but she is not thrilled with her new roommate, Princess Flora. However, the more time they spend together, Millie's feelings begin to change from annoyance to friendship to something much more. And this is a sequel to The Royals, which was like one of my favorites last year. I thought The Royals was hilarious, and I liked Flora in The Royals. So
But it was Flora in The Royals as she fit with Seb and all of his friends. And I think that's kind of where the issue stemmed from here. Like, Seb on the page, he is an idiot, but you just love him. And, like, that's not the case with Flora. Like, you don't just love her. At least I didn't.
So, but
I had to grow to like her.
I liked her in this. And I liked, because there are a few times that they interact with the characters from The Royals.
And those are, like, my favorite parts.
But my problem with this book is I didn't love Millie. Like, and Rachel Hawkins usually writes, like, such, like, awesome characters. Like, I loved Hex Hall. I liked Rebel Belle. I loved Royals. But this, like, Millie, until Millie and Flora's romance starts, which I feel like I can say, like, that's in the description. That's not a spoiler. Like, those, and it wasn't a lot of the book, but that part was, like, flirty and fun, and I loved it. But the part with, like, just in Millie's head, like, it took forever for her to get to Scotland.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I come back to, like, I wonder if the author knew what she wanted to do with Millie. You know what I mean? Because, like, I feel like Millie wasn't, like, clear. She was kind of all over the place, I felt like. Like, here's this girl who's, like, big into geology, which I thought was awesome because you don't see that ever.
Yeah.
Big into geology, likes camping, but, like, you forget about that. Like, you forget about those parts until, like, it kind of shows up later. But, like, so I think she wasn't clearly defined, and I think that was the problem.
Like, I forgot about Millie is the problem. And maybe it's just because, like, all the people around her, the characters are so much larger than life. But the Millie part, I was just like, oh. And like I said, like, the romance with her and Flora, like, people are going to ship this. I loved it.
Yeah, once they got together, like, I would have been happy and content to spend more time with them. Because I found that the longer I spent with them, the more I liked Flora. Because, like I said, Flora is not somebody you like straight off, but I grew to like her. And I would have been comfortable spending more time kind of growing to like Flora along with Millie.
But, yeah.
But I think it comes down to, like, Millie, you didn't know who she was.
Right. And, I mean, it's kind of disappointing because, like, I personally think that this, and I keep saying The Royals, but I think they changed the name to Prince Charming.
It came up with The Royals on Goodreads when I looked.
I know, but I think when they put it in paperback, they changed the name, I think. But I was going to say, I think they would be, like, awesome, like, Netflix movie companions. Like, if you did, like, the first one and then, like, this one and kind of overlapped.
Yeah.
Like, I would totally, like, I would love that. But I just, like, on the page, it just never, it was Millie. And I feel horrible saying that, but that shows how important.
Because I just, like, I remember, and the thing is, like, I remember all the other characters' names, and I thought they were interesting. Like, even Perry, who's not there at all. Like, he's very rarely there, but I loved him. And, like, just Seb, who's there, you know, maybe for 5 seconds, but you're still just like, you're an idiot, but I love you.
And that's, like, what Rachel Hawkins' strength is, though. Because, like, in Hex Hall, like, all of the secondary characters were just as awesome as Sophie and Archer, right? I'm pretty sure. And, like,
50 billion books ago.
50 billion books ago. But that was, I remember I read Hex Hall, and I loved it so much. I took it home, and I gave it to my mom. And she was like, this is the most hilarious thing. Like, she loved it. And, like, Rebel Belle was enjoyable, and it was quirky, and, like, and maybe that's part of it. Like, even the Royals, Prince Charming, whatever it's called now, was quirky. Like, this didn't have any of the quirk.
It didn't.
And it lost a little bit.
But it kind of got there when the romance started.
Right.
But that's because you're leaning more on Flora and not Millie.
Right. Because, like, Flora was, like, an awesome possible girlfriend. She was doing cute, sweet things, and you'd be like, oh.
Like, you were so evil
in the other book, but we love you now.
We're getting there. You were the stereotypical princess, but we're getting there.
We should just rate it.
Okay.
So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 4 unicorns.
See, I'm like 3.5, but I have to round it up to 4, so I'm at 4 too, because of the romance and because of Flora and because Seb makes a cameo.
And I need more of these books.
Yes, I would love another book because there are other characters that Seb needs to find love.
Well, the secondary characters are strong enough that they could have their own book.
I'm just saying, Seb needs to find love.
Yeah, he does.
So that's where
that
we are.
That boy needs help.
He does. That's where we are on Her Royal Highness.
All right, see you around.
Bye.